Hello everyone, my name is Bubbles and welcome back to BeamNG Builds. This is a series where we look at different cars I've built in BeamNG.Drive. Today we have two quite opposite cars here. The one on your left is my red little Covet track car. It's got racing slicks on it. Got a wing, reduces a little bit of downforce, you know, it's low to the ground, pretty stiff. So it gets around the track in a hurry. It's front wheel drive, same engine that was in the Pessima hill climb cars that I showed you. So it's a dual overhead cam, 2-liter inline 4. And as you can see on the torque curve down here, we get 273 brake horsepower with 217 foot-pounds of torque. It's got, you know, stripped interior, all that lovely stuff. It gets up and goes for a little Covet, and you know what? Just here on the right side, I mean, we've got the absolute opposite to this car. Everything that this car, you know, is about. We have my custom Salad Lansdale, and this is based off of my 1998 Toyota Sienna, my very first car. I've made it rear-wheel drive, stripped the interior out. We have a race fuel tank here in the back seat. It's got, you know, big radials on it. Reason I didn't put slicks on is I wanted it to still be street legal. I kind of have a different goal when I'm creating these cars. Obviously the goal in this one is to have a just a straight up track car. This is street legal. So yeah, it's got actual treaded tires, it's got license plate, all that stuff, and it's high off the ground. It rolls, it doesn't stop. Yeah. I have a fair bit of rake in it, and it still just does not handle. I also had trouble with there's so much weight up front that when you hit the brakes, the rear just kind of lifts off the ground and locks and you spin. So it has ABS, unfortunately. But it's a 6-speed manual and it has a 3.8-liter V6. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get in the van, and I'm going to show you guys my vehicles for this, because we referred to my Sienna as the van. So in my cars, we have the van, and then we have the Van R, and that is this one. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the time trial set up. Alrighty, here we are in the Van R. I've had to do some additional changes to the rear diff, and some of the gear ratios here and there, just to get it to try and get it not to wheel spin as much. But as you'll see, it still does it, just not as much. It is so weird driving what really looks like my first car in a game. Like, it's so weird because it's a van. Like, I feel like if it was any other normal car, it wouldn't be that bad, but it's a soccer mom van. And I've tried to keep it looking as much like the van as I could on the outside. And yeah, I feel like I did an alright job of that. We go into third gear here. It spins out in that corner so bad I have to keep it in fourth, which sacrifices speed, but just let it engine brake through there. This is the hardest part of the course for the van, because it's got to go slow, and it's got to somewhat maneuver, which it doesn't like any of those. Oh boy. Also, I haven't heel-toed in a while, so I was a little out of practice until I started getting ready for this video. Here we are, about to round the final corner in the Van R. Give it a small lift, small touch of the inside curb. Down the straightaway we go. It's a 19 what? The 1:19.346 is our time. Obviously, I've done other cars, so its time's not going to be in the top 5 to show up. But 1:19.346 for the Van R. Good lord, what a boat. I should also mention that this thing does donuts like it's nobody's business. Just spins those street radials up. Oh, here we are in the Covet. 2-step active, underglow on. From a standing start, just wheel spins up, but we are going to be much quicker than the van, you'll notice. Man, I missed the clutch, really? Over the little bumps we go. This thing goes a lot quicker than the van, but it also probably weighs less than half, and you know, it's a lot lower to the ground, a lot stiffer, so the response is just there. Oh, in the dirt. Oh. I've noticed that this thing occasionally, when it kind of rolls over in the corner, will lift the inside rear tire. Come on, car, grip! Grip! Oh, it's gripping. And there we go, a 105.4. That's impressive for this car. I mean, we're only like 6 seconds behind one of the really high downforce hill climb cars. That's kind of impressive. It is East Coast USA time here in the van. Oh lord. Just straight spins the tires. You know, I was like, I should put a two-step on this. And then I realized I put street radials on it. So it's not going to matter if I have the launch, the two-step on anyway. It's still going to just spin the street radials on launch. But that was part of the challenge of this car, was optimizing the street radials. I don't want to just use bald racing slicks for everything. You know, I wanted a little bit of a challenge for my creations like this. So that's why I went this route. Went with the street radial, and it makes you work for it, because I've driven this on slicks as well. And as much as they grip, I kind of like the fact that right there it'll understeer and oversteer at the same time really badly in the street tires. So that's something. Understeer and oversteer at the same time. If you've never felt it, maybe I should make this like a public thing so other people can try. Good lord, I'm going way too fast for this piece of crap. What have I done? Of all my creations, this is one of the more just, I don't even know what to do for this car. We're just gonna leave it in fourth. So it's gonna want to spin him really bad on exit, and right there too in fourth gear at 5,000 RPM it wants to spin him. So yeah, you know what, I'm just jumping this. It's a van, you can take it. Yep. It's so high off the ground, why not? In the fifth gear we go. Didn't bottom out. I was surprised. I've not done any practice here like I did in the hill climb cars, but I had those set up for Pikes Peak, so I needed to come up with the setup. The track car in this, I'm just going at it. It's something. Oh lord. 116 and this is scary. Really scary. Zooming through the forest we go. Braking hard. It's a turd. It's so wide, it's so long and tall. Oh, buddy, make it. Yep, there we go. We're actually doing better than I thought I would. And we're gonna come across the line in the van. Almost wrecking it. Look at that thing. What did we get? A 232.7. Not bad. Honestly, not bad for that thing, considering all that it's got going on. Really, not bad. That was quite the driving experience, honestly. I kind of liked it. It was weird. It would understeer and oversteer at the same time, and then just spin the tires randomly because it's got no weight over the rear axle. The weight distribution is all over the place. It's absolutely horrible. But that's kind of the fun in driving it, because it'll catch you out. You got to be ahead of it and think, okay, the track's gonna do this. You know, I see a little bit of a bump right here. It's gonna spin those rear wheels, so I have to be ready to catch that. It's Covet time. I've got my two-step on, and there we go. Man, it's just like the complete opposite of the van already, how fast it accelerates. And I've got to fix the gear ratios on this at one point. At some point, it can't do standing starts. But I enjoy my time attack cars, and I also do not have this car set up for the bumps. I have this set up for a smooth racetrack, so we might bottom out, we might lose a bumper at some point. We're gonna jump around a lot and be really unstable. I'm feeling like that long sweeping left towards the end of the lap is really gonna do us in. This car picks up the inside rear wheel in the corners, just the way it rolls. So maybe that's something I look into and try to fix, because that's not helping this thing's cornering ability. I locked up the rears a little bit there, and it got all squirrely on me. Through the bridge we went though, still sketchy even in this car. The bridge can't be not sketchy. Man, this car just bounces. We're gonna struggle over the jumps. This corner is gonna be a doozy here though. Oh yeah, just bouncing way too much. Losing lap time through the bouncing. I'm gonna brake a little bit. Yup. I'm not braking for this jump though. We're just going over it. Look how bad are we gonna bottom out? Oh, we didn't lose a bumper. Wow. I thought we might bottom out enough to lose a bumper, but I guess it's so stiff that it didn't bottom out. Or as bad. We're moving now. This is the part where... Oh yeah, I love this part of the lap. It is, you know, you have that kind of really, not technical section, but there's just a lot going on. And then you have this nice little slow corner. Oh yeah, there we are. In the Covet. Oh, there's bumps right here. I need to be careful. Last part of the lap. Through the bridge. I hit the wall. But we're going to do a 212. A 212.191. I believe that's my fastest time here in the Covet. Alright guys, I really enjoyed doing that, driving these two cars and, you know, feeling out how they handled and what they were strong in and what they were weak at. Maybe where I can improve the setup for both of them a little bit down the line for further videos. I think the van's just a little bit weak everywhere, but I mean, look at it. It's big, so it's gonna be. Yeah, that was fun. I feel like I had a pretty good handle on some of the van's setup problems that I'd been having. And then I went to East Coast USA, and I clearly don't. I figured them out for West Coast USA, but I don't have them for East Coast USA. Understeering and oversteering horribly at the exact same time. That's something. That takes some skill there, van. But yeah, I enjoyed this video, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. I really enjoy doing stuff like this. I have way too many cars, and really hoping to get into a more regular upload schedule here. The end of 23 and into 24, because I want to do YouTube videos more. Also, keep your head up so we're going to be doing lots of these, but also keep your eyes out for possibly more LSPDFR, and maybe some LCPDFR, and if I can't get that to work, just some regular GTA 4, because there's nothing wrong with that. Anyway guys, I'll see you in the next one.